What is going on, everyone? It is Foul Play here. We are back for match number 4 of this modern league. We won the die roll and are going to be on the play. We're versing Adorno, and this hand's sort of awkward because although we've got extremely good auras, actually, if this Dried Arbor dies to a removal spell, Fatal Push, Lightning Bolt, the game's pretty much lost. Although the upside of this hand is like huge because we have great auras. It would be a turn 2 Glade Cover Scout, which is also not the most aggressive thing. But it would be turn 2 with Ethereal Armor. The awkward thing is us emptying out our green auras would take a long time off of one Dried Arbor. Alright, so we made the decision, we mulliganed. Alright, so we'll mulligan again and we'll keep this one. I think we can get rid of double land here. Do a similar thing to last time. I guess if we're playing perfectly, we keep the Windswept Teeth there over the plains because Windswept Teeth is equal to plains, but also can represent the Dried Arbor, as I was discussing last game. If we're versing like a Jund deck, we might want the Dried Arbor. Street Wraith. This might be like the blue Dredge. The blue Living End deck. Could just be Death Shadow. It's looking more likely to be Death Shadow here. So they've just looked at the top of my library, which almost certainly indicates that they're going for a Thoughtseize. There's the Inquisition. They should probably take the Spirit Mantle here because protection from creatures is really, really strong in a Death Shadow matchup. It's one of the best ways for us to win the match. Like, because I don't care about the extra point of damage I'd take to play my creature there. This looks like a Jund Shadow or a Traverse Shadow list, right? So, yeah, okay. So he eventually came to the right decision. Sometimes you don't want to help your opponent. So that's why I was thinking so long, because we had the Grist Spoon as well. I think our opponent actually chose wrong there. Although Spirit Mantle gives us better chump blocking, but this is more mana efficient. So we need to make the decision sometimes of whether or not we want to help our opponent get to their Death Shadows or not. I think I'm going to do that attack, but I might want to hold off on the next one. And the awkward thing is if they fetch shock here, their Death Shadow is going to be bigger than my Scout. I get that. But the other side of it is they might not have Death Shadow. They might have Scourge, and then we've just given them like an extra turn, right? So in that spot, I like getting in that extra 3 points of damage, keeping my opponent honest, and then I can reevaluate. Alright, so play out the Spirit Dancer. I mean, it can get removed, or it can draw us some cards potentially. It could just block a creature and save us some damage. Possibilities aren't endless, but there are a few. Opponent green off the Overgrown Tomb straight up. What? No, that's just got to be a push, right? Push, grow the Tarmogoyf. Yeah. Sure. Alright, cycle this one. Incredible. Let's attack. Our opponent can like potentially have an Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay there. I guess we'll see what he goes for. He could just be going for like a Team of Battle Rage or something. Okay. Saltai. Saltai Shadow. I don't see any red. I haven't seen Saltai in a hot minute. Yeah, sick. I'd love it. I love this. It's probably a worse matchup for us because they do have those ways to interact with our auras. Of course, we can just draw this Daybreak Coronet. Unfortunately, our opponent's probably got the Stubborn Denial. So we'll make them have the Stubborn Denial. There it is. Which means we have to chump block the Tarmogoyf at this point. And then hope to maybe draw like an Ethereal Armor and just kill our opponent next turn. And we're just dead to Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. I guess Maelstrom Pulse too, but that's less likely. The concerning thing is, like, my opponent's not been tapping their stuff second main. So it's been sort of like representative that our opponent has got interaction in hand via counter magic or whatever it might be. So here I sort of have to play Lurrus and chump block with the Scout. I still don't see me winning here. I'd probably go for the Hyena Umbra from the grave and hope my opponent's out of action. But again, I don't think they are. They might just have like Fatal Push, which might make killing the Lurrus really difficult. Or they just, yeah, Thoughtseize and win. Cool. Cool. Alright, well, I think my opponent played that well, but it was obviously awkward for us. We drew a lot of land and we were otherwise pretty low on resources that were of actual importance, right? Alright, so Leyline's in, Lurrus in, Rest in Peace in. If we're bringing our Rest in Peace in, usually I like to take Path to Exile out for Rest in Peace against Jund decks, but this has also got Death Shadow, so maybe that's wrong. We leave Path to Exile in. This is interesting, this spot. I think like Spirit Dancer out for Leylines is fine. If we're bringing Leylines in, we're bringing in the Lurrus as well. We might want to like keep like 1 or 2 copies of Spirit Dancer, but currently with like how the rest of my deck is looking, I think it's probably unlikely. I will remove a land source here. And then like, I guess we can remove Spider Umbra. Maybe we can go like 2 Path to Exiles, 2 Rest in Peace, and then we can remove like a Grispoon as well. Grispoon is like great, but there's also the threat of Plague Engineer, and if they like attack our Spider Umbra or Hyena Umbra and they get rid of that toughness, then Plague Engineer can be an issue, right? So I think something like this is probably correct without knowing my opponent's exact 75. Alright, so we got this hand which is absolutely tragic. Let's throw it away. Okay. That's how it's gonna be. Guess we keep. It's really bad though. Bottom, done. Opponent also mulligan to 5, maybe, just maybe. I really don't think a Dried Arbor hand is going to cut it though. Watch us like fetch the Arbor and then draw the hexproof creature afterwards. My opponent's not committing to the board, so I'm not gonna like just fetch into a Fatal Push there. I'll wait until he taps mana. It's just not happening, people. It's not. If he's gonna play slow, he's gonna play slow enough to give us the option to draw our creature. Yeah, sure, whatever. Like, we do need to pull the pin at some point, but at the same time, there's no pressure, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he went for, like, a Tarmogoyf and then just held up mana off to the side. It looks like he's prepping a big shadow. Yeah. We are fucked. We are so fucked. Alright, well, I guess it's now or never, but this is just dying. If he's holding up Stubborn Denial, I'd be very surprised. Just kill it now, give us the extra aura, potentially. Alright, we'll tap Dryad Arbor to put Spider Umbra on itself. Street Wraith. Is that Street Wraith into Stubborn Denial? I'm okay with that. Wow, that went through? Alright, alright. Well, we have a creature with double totem armor. I'm very happy to see that. Maybe he had Lightning Bolt in hand. Just sort of scary because he could bolt himself and then deal 16 damage and we can't tap for another aura. Nope, nothing yet. Okay. Okay. Take some damage. Maybe the second aura is overkill there. I sort of want to just kill him because his life total's only on 8. If he, like, Assassin's Trophy is our ethereal armor, he gets there. If he has, like, Fatal Push or something, we're still okay. Come on, just target the Dryad Arbor. Deglamour? Fuck off, man. Alright, so we went, like, slightly too greedy, and opponent with the Deglamour shuffle effect there. If we didn't play the Griffspoon, we would, like... I guess we wouldn't survive on one anyway. It wouldn't have mattered, because we would have buffed his team. But yeah. Super rough games there. We definitely didn't have, like, a good hand to deal with what our opponent was doing. And, you know, like, mulling into 5, forced to keep a Dryad Arbor hand is just gonna suck a lot of the time. Another option is maybe we could have held off in attacking for a few turns. That is very risky, though, especially in the face of Deglamour. All my opponent has to do to blow us out from that is play a fetch land and shock. I guess we then get, like, 1 block. And maybe we live. I can't remember what life total we were on. I think we're only on 5. We're on 5 because we double aura there. So if we, like, play the Sentinel's Eyes, that or we play nothing, we look to block. So if we play nothing, we've got 1, 2, 3, 6. We had 7 power. They do Glamour. These were only like 5s at that point. So we'd take 5 points, would go to 2. He'd still be on 8. And then we would have drawn the Ethereal Armor and got there. Yeah. I mean, pending not a single other piece of interaction from our opponent, we would have got there if we just played on defense. Maybe we could have played like 1 aura and then gone on defense. Or maybe it was correct to play neither aura. Neither aura, neither. I think we say neither here. I don't know. But yeah, that's an unlucky one. We go down 0-2. Scraping on down. Yeah, but hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. As always, let me know down below what you think. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.